So we're working on problems from thinking with math models, investigation to additional practice. And this is question number 4. And again, we have just 2 points given on the graph. And from those 2 points, we need to come up with an equation and a graph of that line that it makes. So I'm going to, in this case, write these two in a different way. I'm going to put 2, that's an x, and 1 is a y, and below it I'm going to write the 6 and the 9, which are the other 2 points. Because I want to just try to highlight the idea that I'm looking for the change in y, which is 8, goes up by 8, and the change in x, which goes up by, in this case, 4. And so if the change in y is 8 and the change in x is 4, and I think of slope is always the change in y over the change in x. And in this case, the change in y is 8 and the change in x is 4. And you always reduce the fraction if you can. 8 divided by 4 is 2. And so there's my slope. And now I have a part of the equation, y equals 2x plus, there's our slope, plus the y-intercept, which is the part I don't know. So I'm going to take the 2 and the 1, which are points on this graph, and there's an x and there's a y, and I'm going to just insert them into the equation. So it says 1, y is 1 equals 2 times 2, that's the x, plus the y-intercept. And so now I have 1 equals 4 plus b. Well, it should be pretty obvious that to get less than 4, that this is going to have to be a negative number. So to make this work, I have to say 4 minus 3 equals 1. And so that minus 3, that number is my y-intercept in my equation. So my equation should be y equals 2x, that was my slope, minus 3, which was my y-intercept. And now I have the equation for that line. Now if I graph it and just use the 2 points, 2, 1, and the other point is 6, 9, you can already see that this graph is going to have a y-intercept below 0, because for this line to continue on, going down, 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 and it's going to cross right here at the negative 3, because that's where the y-intercept was, and it goes up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1, up 2, because the slope was 2, up 2 over, so all these spots are points where the graph intersects, up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1. These were the original 2 points that were given, 6, 9, and this one at 1, 2. And then all these other points are just points that are also on that graph. Lots of points, there's an infinite number of points on the graph because it continues on in either direction. And so it still fits the equation. There's your up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1, so plus 2 over 1. And your y-intercept, that point is 0, negative 3 on the graph. Y-intercept and your slope. Slope is up 2 over 1, which is just 2. So now I have a graph, and I have an equation, y equals 2x minus 3 for that question.